Okie dokie, this is day 3 of squatting every day. And oh boy, do I feel it, especially during the running. Like it feels like I have this steel ball attached to my feet, like a prisoner, like just dragging my feet around. But anyway, I want to talk about this approach of insanely high frequency and kind of the drawbacks as well. So first of all, if you're focused on hypertrophy, if you want to, train to get bigger muscles and that's your main focus, this approach is not for you. The approach of squatting every day, it's not the most efficient thing you can do. Like what this is meant for is to just hammer the technique down of a certain movement. If you want to train for hypertrophy, I would recommend, and actually this is something I've done in the past, I would recommend to get the highest intensity possible in the least amount of sets. So an example is on these pistol squats, right? Last summer, I was doing a lot of pistol squats right after I injured my shoulder because I couldn't do anything, right? And I would just, every couple days, I would do one set of pistol squats, like one pistol squat every 3 seconds, no rest in between, even if it was burning insane, no resting in between, until I just fell to the ground, right? And I did that like every couple days. Like the first few trainings, of course, I was still getting used to the freaking movement, getting used to going on those long sets. I was able to do like 15 reps at first, and I was able to do that training like twice a week, every 3, 4 days. And then as I got along, I was able to do 20, 30, 40. I got up to 50 reps. Like when I got up to 50 reps, right? And then I did one set of pistol squat on each leg. When I did that squat, I was just completely done, gassed out. I had to rest for like 5, 6 days. I was basically squatting one set once a week, right? And those sets gave me the most hypertrophy gains I've ever seen in a short period of time. So if you're looking for hypertrophy, I think that's a good bang for your buck. But when it comes to like actual strength, and don't get me wrong, like the approach I just mentioned will also get you strong. But to go to the next level, right, you need some technique as well. And to train technique, obviously, right, the more you practice something, the more frequently you can practice something, the more frequently you can correct your mistakes, and adjust your technique. If you're playing the piano, playing once a week for 2 hours, or playing 4 times a week for half an hour, or 7 times a week for 20 minutes, right? I mean, which approach is going to give you the best results, do you think? If you do it every day, it's going to be in your head every day. You're going to be able to adjust every day, right? And it's the same with strength. A big part of strength is technique. Using your muscles is a technique. It's something that you can practice. And that's why, doing these these sub-maximal sets, like frequently, is going to help you in your technique. I'm doing this for 30 days. Like I'm already noticing after 2 days have passed now, that my technique is getting better, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So that's kind of why I am doing this. Of course, it's going to give me some hypertrophy gains as well, but like in terms of if hypertrophy is your actual goal, this is not, of course, something that you would do, right? This is not the most efficient way, I would say. I mean, if you think it's fun, go ahead by all means, right? I always say prioritize your fun over your efficiency, because that's going to be optimal training for you in the end. But this is not something that I do for long-term commitment. I'm not going to keep squatting twice a day, every day for the rest of my life, of course. It's just to get the technique down. So yeah, today is actually a full leg day. I'm gonna do hamstring curls outside and then move on to squats. Usually I only do like one set of 2 reps, on the non-leg days for squatting. But today is gonna be actual leg day. We're gonna do some longer sets and yeah, basically see what happens. So I'll see you outside for some Nordic curl holds. Alrighty, so starting off with isometric holds on the Nordic curl. You might think isometric holds is not really good or effective for hypertrophy, but in the case of calisthenics, these isometrics get you strong as hell. Think of the planche, think of the front lever. It's the same with the Nordic curl hold. And because I'm able to get stronger doing these isometrics, I'm also able to push myself harder on the finishing sets. So they are contributing to hypertrophy. So let's get started with set number 1. I'm aiming for 15 seconds. All right. Depending on how I feel, I might go for 20 on the second set. And basically for me, like, I'm doing my holds between ideally 5 and 20 seconds. And when I reach 20 seconds, I basically increase the difficulty and start from 5 seconds again. Maybe one thing, like, holds longer than 20 seconds are of course not bad, but I really start to feel it becomes more of an endurance contest after 20 seconds. And for me, I'm still aiming to improve strength on the Nordic curl, you know? I'm not at the phase yet where I can, do the Nordic curl without any problem and where I have to aim for endurance. For example, for the front lever, I can do the front lever no problem. So I'm training more for endurance doing longer sets. But for the Nordic curl, I first still need to get stronger. And that's why I do shorter sets. Yes! 20 fucking seconds. Alright. I'm gonna do one last set of holds on the next level. It's not possible yet. That's a preview into the next level. I mean, of course, I'm tired from holding it 20 seconds, but still, only able to do it 2 seconds now. It's gonna be a fun couple of trainings the coming weeks. Alright, so let's go for a classic finisher. Pinky assisted Nordic curls. Full reps. I think my PR is like 15. So let's see if we can go for 20. I mean, we beat our PR of holds as well from 15 to 20 seconds. So let's see if the trend continues. Right. I guess how I spent from the fucking holds. The trend is not continuing today. Super set. Alrighty, second finisher set here. I'm gonna aim for some control trips, index finger assisted on the way up and negative. Let's try and do without any assistance. Alright. Soup sit. Super set. Let's do one more. Alrighty, so hamstrings have been destroyed with a capital D. Like, holy shit. I feel some meat popping out on the back. So very happy with that training. That's a typical hypertrophy training, you know. I do it every 6 days. I go hard on a limited amount of sets. And then basically, I wait 6 days, I'm fully recovered, and then I go harder than last time. So yeah, that's like kind of the standard hypertrophy training. What I'm gonna do now for the pistol squats is the grease the groove method, kinda. I mean, today is a normal training day, but like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm doing these squats every day, twice a day, so insanely high frequency. And this is to work on the technique. So today I will go a bit harder than I usually do on those 2 sets every day, but still I'm gonna keep the weight low. And actually for me, or I think for most people, if you're working on the pistol squat, the bottom position is the most difficult to get into it, to hold it. So what I'm gonna do today is use relatively low weight, I think 36 kilos, and just do some pause steps, you know. Keep the bottom position for a few seconds, because when you're bad at something, you have to spend time on it, you have to invest in it, right? So I'm gonna do that in the literal sense by spending a few seconds extra in the bottom position, you know, to just get adjusted, to learn how I have to hold myself, how I have to brace myself, you know, to get the flexibility going, all that good stuff, you know. So, yep, a couple of sets, 36 kilos. Let's see how it goes. That's a surprise. Fuck! Okay, so I'm unable to do a fucking pause squat with 36 kilos. I think it's the fact that I have the backpack on as well. But this will be mission number 1. To get a pause squat, you know, a pause squat. To get comfortable in the position to push back up. Alright, great discovery. Alright, second try with only 30 kilos. Took some weight off of the freaking backpack. Alright, I'm gonna do this for one more sit. The right leg is so much stronger on the pauses. So weakness was successfully found. I think the next couple of days are gonna be pause squat focused. Holy shit. Whew. Okay, so the second set felt better already. I know what to focus on. Part of doing Grease of the Groove, polishing your technique, you also have to kind of find out where your weak spots are, right? And of course, it's normal that you're weaker on past squats compared to normal squats. That's normal. But when the difference is like 52 kilos compared to failing 36, that's quite a big difference. There's something wrong there. So I know what I have to focus on the next couple of days, maybe even weeks. I'll probably do it during the daily sets as well, just like one pause squat and one normal squat. But yeah, this was a good awakening. But those 30 kilo sets, they went well. Able to do it for 3 reps kind of comfortably. Yeah, just gotta get stronger from here on out. That's like the story of of every training, I guess. But now I'm gonna do a couple of sets with other past squats as well, just body weight, just to feel the movement. Feel a move, or like how should I say it? Like to feel the position at the bottom squat. I'm gonna do like a bit higher reps, nothing crazy, like maybe 6 to 8 reps past squats, just body weight, just to feel the bottom position, right? Because right now, that's the most important thing. And then after that, some accessories, and then we'll be finished up for the day. Alright, so the accessories, it's been a while since I explained, but basically I'm doing some deep lunges at the end of every training to improve my mobility, To get down in the pistol squat, you need some mobility in the hips, in the ankles. And by doing this deep lunge, of course, it's not the actual pistol squat, but I am getting hip mobility, I'm getting ankle mobility. Everything is being targeted. So that's why at the end of my workout, I've been doing 3 sets of 10. Let's go. All right, accessories done. Boy, today was kind of a long session. It's 9 o'clock already. I have to get ready for work. So breakfast will probably just be a quick liter of milk so that I don't have to prepare anything. But these quadriceps, I'm starting to like them when they are pumped, at least. When the pump is gone, and I'm just sitting on the couch, I'm like, what the fuck are these sticks attached to my body? But hey, to every problem there's a solution, and in this case, the solution is squatting. So if you look at this training, right? Hamstrings fucking horsed that shit into oblivion. Big PRs. Next level coming next time. So very exciting. The hamstring training is full on hypertrophy, strength style. Every 6 days, go as hard as possible in a limited amount of sets. And that's it, I don't want to risk an injury again because, I just came off an injury. And when you train like in super high frequency, like I'm doing right now for the pistol squat, there is kind of a risk to it as well, right? Because don't get it twisted, I am training it every day. I'm pistol squatting every day, but it's just one set. I'm not warming up with all the weights all the time, which is, if you think about it, not very good. But the point kind of is by doing it so much that you're able to, or you start to be able to do it without a warm-up, right? So yeah, and on these pistol squats, very high frequency is coming. So lower weights, I think for the next week at least, until I get the pass down. I feel like if I can get it down, the 36 kilos that I didn't do today, it's gonna be there in no time. But if you think about it, right, basically I have to be stretching, right? My pistol squat training right now is just mobility. I have to be able to be comfortable in the past position, in the bottom position, right? I have to be sitting, like it was the couch in that position, right? And to do that, I need some mobility. So if you think about it, today's training was just some active stretching. Hashtag healthy. So yeah, very satisfied with today's training. Of course, I would have liked to hoist some more weight on the pistol squats, but hey, not everything can go as planned. And I really feel like even in 3 days, right, we're making improvements in the pistol squats, discovering new things, which is kind of the point of that high frequency training. Like I said, high frequency, high availability for adjustments. So that's it for today's training. I'm gonna have, like I said, some quick breakfast and a quick shower, and then I'll see you tomorrow for another push day, some shoulders and chest, because I liked last workout. Bah.